to say, God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
We're back for Season 3 at the World Center of Racing. And we have a group error on our timing screen, so we're going to try to get that fixed. But here we go for Season number 3 of the QSR Chase for the Cup. The 4th Gen NASCARs are ready to go back here at Daytona, circa 2008. And this is the track that separates the men from the boys. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper, with you all season long here on V-Speed. Well, you've seen Daytona before, and I'm sure that you guys all know how this place is laid out, but let's take a quick look at the track map here. "31 degrees of banking, 4 corners, tri-oval, opened in 1959 to replace the beach that they used to race on. It's the World Center of Racing now, but it was one of the biggest racetracks of its time until Talladega was built just about 10 years later. So here tonight, we're going to go the Gen 4 with 4 tires, 85 laps, and a stage at lap 25. Interesting stage here for the break. If a caution comes out on lap 20 or after lap 20, it will be canceled and be counted as the stage. But here today, we got a lot to talk about. You know, a defending champion that's no longer part of the Thursday nights. He's racing on Tuesdays. A few new names in here. Some familiar drivers that I've seen in other leagues like Max Cost, Chuck Sweeting, Bryson Witherspoon. And then some drivers that maybe have been here before, like Brent Allen, Derek McMurtry, Quentin Stewart, of course, out there on the grid. So with that, let's take you trackside now and get that grid up on the screen. Starting on the pole tonight with a 48.828, it's going to be Alan Dobbs in the number 21 machine. He's got the Dale Jr. throwback on that card. His outside is Vincent. I'm going to guess this one. Cassia Torine. I really have no idea. I apologize to you, Vincent. I really have no clue on that last name. I'll get with you on that. Jalen Handcamp and Ryan Philbrick will be row number 2 here tonight. Row number 3 goes to Christian Ruck-Regal with Jesse Gordon in 6th. 7th spot will go to Chris Nail, Galen Wunsch in 8th. And rounding out your top 10 here tonight is Wyatt Walker and Austin Dowdy. Row number 6 goes to Ace Dillard with Waylon Turner in 12th. 13th goes to Brent Allen. Gerald Sensenbaugh will start in 14th. 15th, Max Kost with Derek McMurtry 16th. Quinn Stewart 17th with Brandon Yates in 18th. And the top 20 is Caden Dietrich and Ronnie Joyner. 24 cars, 23 elected to grid. Chuck Sweeney 21st, no time. Marty Phillips 22nd. 23rd, Bryson Witherspoon. May be a connection issue for Mike Petrin here tonight. Pacing around the steep banks here at Daytona. 900 horsepower set to be unleashed here. The Generation 4 from 2005. The configuration tonight is from 2008 and live for season number 3. Live from Daytona, it's QSR Chase for the Cup. Oh, the cars are round. That's the 15 of Yates, hard into the inside wall. Alan Dobbs leads lap number 1. 95 of Handcamp on the outside, trying to get something going with the 21. It's labeled as the 69 in Sim. And we have a caution. Austin Dowdy hard into the outside wall on the exit of turn 2. Not a good start for a couple drivers. Brandon Yates, of course, will go back on the replay and take a look at this. We'll go back here to Brandon Yates first. This is all on lap 1. So coming out of 3 and 4, you're going to see the 15 send sideways. Or cuts off, comes up into the outside wall right in front of him, and then into the inside wall for the 15. Then we're going to go on up front here with Austin Dowdy. He's into the outside wall, and right there's where it goes wrong, trying to pull it off the wall. 48 goes around as well of McMurtry, but able to save it. Dowdy just gets up into the wall there. We'll back it up one more time. Maybe some contact to help him on around, but once you get stuck up in that wall, it's very easy to get ran over. There's a 30 machine just behind him of Waylon Turner. They got into the back of him. Really nowhere for Waylon to go. That'll bring out our first yellow of the night. So with that, we'll try to bring Austin Dowdy up here. Austin Dowdy, it's Bradley Cooper up in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Well, you definitely fit the team name here tonight. The one-time tsunami, the turn 1 tsunami, rather. He definitely showed the wall there.
Oh yeah, I had to show that wall who's boss. You know what I mean?
Well, coming into this race, we knew this track, being the 2008 circuit, would be very bumpy. This car also very unforgiving in the suspension. How difficult is it to keep it off the wall here?
Yeah, it's definitely super difficult, especially having cars on your inside and you know, especially when we go 3 wide later in the race, it's definitely gonna be a lot harder. But dude, it's just I hit one little bump, I tapped the wall, and I just rode the wall for a minute, and then somebody caught me and just turned me. It is what it is. Just bad racing on my part.
Well, the number 8 looks like it had a fast repair, so the car back up to spec, missing the entire front end there after the wall, and it looked like a couple of drivers got a piece of you.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I didn't mean to do it. It was just quite the unfortunate accident. But we'll get back out there, and we'll see what we can do the rest of the race.
Well, Austin, we're starting off season number 3. You've been a part of every single one of them. Anything else you have to add here before we put you back?
Well, I'm just going to say sorry for everybody if I just took their fast repair before when they watch the race back.
Turn 1 Tsunamis, getting ready to go back green, restarting from 19th position. Thank you for your time, Austin.
Yeah, take it easy.
Austin Dowdy, able to use that fast repair, get this car back up to speed. Hopefully, we'll get back up here into the top 10 where he was just a moment ago. But Alan Dobbs still leading some laps here under caution for the first time here today. So QSR has already kind of kicked off their season on Tuesday nights. If you've been a part of the broadcast here at V-Speed, you've already seen about 3 or 4 races for the Xfinity Series. It's now the Truck Series. But here for QSR Chase for the Cup, it is stuck to the same car for all 3 series and all 3 appearances here on V-Speed. Hope you guys hit that subscribe button. Daytona, a little bit of an asterisk there. This track, known for cautions, known for big wrecks, but overall, this league very clean, very fun to race in. And here tonight with the fast repair, that does help drivers maybe get a little bit of an edge. You got to feel this thing out. It's going to take some time, but let's see if Handcamp can take over the point, as we're 5 laps in to our 85 lap race stage at lap 25. Keep that in mind. We get set to go back green this time by, doubled back up. Top 5 goes all the way back to Chris Nail in the number 18. And then back to the top 10 with Galen Wunsch in the 23. Once again, check out V-Speed Sim on Twitter, vspeedsim.com if you have any inquiries about possibly having a broadcast here. That's how you can contact us. Our rates are very affordable. We're willing to work with any leagues that are interested in our services. We're here tonight for the PDI Motorsports 225, I believe, or 215. I am drawing a blank on that one. It's a strange number, but the pace car will get out of the way for the second time today. Green flag is out. We're back racing at Daytona, and a great start on the outside for the 21. Just now getting to 4th gear as they enter turn 1. Looks like pack not very organized. Gonna go back to Christian Ruck Regal. They are gonna have a big surge of speed here if they can get it going. Gonna be like a freight train here on the outside. They're gonna elect to slow it down. The 18 leaves the 33 out to dry, and now the 95 of Handcamp's gonna have help. Big bump on the outside, and Handcamp's gonna take the lead through the tri-oval. First lead change of the day. And the 21 just behind him. Loses the pole, down one spot now, Alan Dobbs. Slight little touch there on the back bumper to get that General Tire spoiler moving. To go into 3 and 4, you can see the bumps, gyro cam. Look at them work the wheel to get through these turns. Cross the line for the 7th time and almost a lap led there for Chris Nail. He's going to get a push from Jesse Gordon. Draft taking great effect here. The Combo's 18 trying to get a run down the backstretch. Looks like he will. He's going to clear the lead right about now. Will he drop down? He will not. He'll stay with the 10. The lead this time by about a car length across the tri-oval. Jesse Gordon doing an excellent job keeping that 18 up front. Two by two all the way through this field. The side-by-side continues. A little bit of damage back there, I believe. That's on the 13 of Brent Allen, back in the 19th position. PDI runs to the bottom now, trying to pick up some spots. A little bit crinkled in on the right front fender, but keeping pace rather well with this field so far. Brent Allen having some camera issues here tonight. I'll try to show it in the live, but I'm fairly certain, yeah, we're having some issues on my end. Looks like Brent Allen's camera completely frozen here. But there was Brent Allen in the number 13. With a little bit of Austin Dowdy on top there for just a second. A little technical error there with the 13. Change for the lead again. 95 of Handcamp out of turn 4. He's going to take over the point. 21, the pole sitter, giving him a shove. They're neck and neck at the line. Chris Nail takes it back. Chris Nail now has 2 in the books. Three wide back here with QSR CEO in the middle. Makes a pass on the 23. Quentin Stewart is working through this field. Look at him go. Straight to the front of the field. From 10th all the way up. Actually contact with the 21 down to the apron. And trouble behind him. The 85 is around. Big wreck here and another yellow on lap 11. And Quentin Stewart leaves in his wake. A lot of trouble. 63 of Max Koss gets a piece of it. But let's go back and watch the 24 work. We got to go back even further than this. Watch this 3 wide. This 24 car is ready to go. Right through the middle. Has the speed to get through past Ronnie Joyner, past the 30. Waylon Turner ends up getting caught up in this. But there's 2 positions gained. He's going to do it again right here. To the inside. I believe that's Wunsch on the outside. Gonna work through a couple more positions here. The 06 drops down a little bit, a Philbrick. Stewart did a good job holding on to it. The 21 got up into him there a couple of times. And then the just carnage behind him, completely unrelated, to be honest. We'll back up on the V-Speed Instant Replay one more time. There's the 21 off the track, the big checkup. And I would probably pin that on the 21 of Dobbs. 50 machine involved as well. Big damage there for the 50. Marty Phillips. Ronnie Joyner got a piece of it as well. And these cars all on pit road. Well, we got to talk to this guy. I mean, there's no way around it. Quentin Stewart, it's Bradley Cooper in the V-Speed booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother?
You just went from like 13th to 4th.
Yeah, I just kind of locked in for a second there. I knew a lot of guys weren't going to be bold and take that middle line, so just try to take advantage of it. And, you know, I want stage points. You got to get them, so we'll see what happens here.
It was a bold move. Can't really say that there was anything at fault there. There was a wreck behind you in the aftermath of the contact there with the 21, but you held your line really well, and as bumpy as this track is, Quentin, how tough is it to do that?
Oh, man, dude, it'll about rip the wheel out of your hands. It's incredible here how bumpy the track is. That's what really makes the Gen 4 car so fun here. You combine the speed, you know, low downforce and all that together, and it's a great time, so.
It's looked good so far. Going up towards the front here in the halfway point of the stage. We have about 7 laps to that cutoff. Are you going to go up there and take the lead?
Well, I'm in a tough spot because I only have one. I don't have any fast repairs left now. So because of that earlier caution, I got some contact in that and had to use fast repairs. So I'm in a weird position where I need stage points, but I also have to be careful. So we'll see what happens here.
Quentin Stewart, the number 24. We appreciate your time, buddy. Maybe we'll talk to you post-race.
Sounds good.
And so with that, Jalen Handcamp is the leader. He'll be the command car for this restart number 3 of the night as we double back up. 21 of Alan Dobbs on the outside. Chris Nail, Quentin Stewart, Ryan Philbrick, the top 5. Jesse Gordon, Vincent. Yeah, still drawing a blank on that. Casey Torre is all I've got. That's all I've got. Ace Dillard, Galen Wunsch, the top 10. I don't know, chat. You can try to help me out with that one, but I see you up there. Leave Dagger RCN asking where Mole Nuts is. Well, you have to be more specific than that. I'm trying to size up this field right now. 22 cars still out on the racetrack. We got 24 to start. A couple elected not to grid. We've had some issues here with our ATVO, so I apologize if anything is inaccurate here tonight. Recent updates here for the AppGeneer.in TV overlay has been very awesome. But for the third restart, third time this time around, as we approach the stage caution, Jalen Handcamp will lead them into turn number 1. Green flags out, back underway. already on the inside there, getting it back, going down the backstretch. Chris Nail giving a push. Quentin Stewart on the outside. That's your pole sitter, Alan Dobbs on the outside in front of him. Dobbs trying to take it back to the front. Doesn't look like he has the help just yet. Quentin Stewart was able to go 3 wide. Will he do it again to try to take the lead? Watch that 24 go from 13th up to 4th. He's pushing on the outside. He's got Dobbs cleared to the inside now. You can see how fast the inside surges back, though, in these corners. Straight away in the backstretch, almost some contact there between him and the 18. Where is Dirk? Are we talking about McMurtry? Back here in the 48. That's as close to Dirk as we get here. Currently lagging back a little bit. Had to use the fast repair on the 48 machine. There's Ronnie Joyner. Assume you're talking about Molnix when you're talking about Molnuts. Not entirely sure on that. Didn't make the grid here tonight. This field getting very spread out, but a few drivers have used their fast repair down the backstretch here for the 21 of Alan Dobbs. He takes over the point, but that clears the way for the 24 who was trying to get these stage points. Lap 18 is underway. And of course, lap 25 is the cutoff. Lap 20 would be the cutoff if we have a caution. Right now we're looking pretty good, but we're side by side all the way back to about the 13th position. That time by, your pole sitter Alan Dobbs will lead. Jalen Handcamp is going to push him across the line. The 06 of Philbrick trying to push the 24 past to lead his first lap of the day. All over the back bumper down the backstretch. Stewart had the nose there just for a moment. Not going to get it this time by, as it looks like the 06 lost the back bumper. It doesn't look like he's going to have the momentum to get by the 21. He will not. Dobbs officially has led 9 laps, coming across for 10. Can he do it? Cheese lap of the qualifying, Chris Nail. He started back in 7th position. Didn't work out for him. Now looks like he found the speed. He's getting around this place pretty well. And the wheel work to just keep this thing off of the apron is intense in its own. Let's look through the tri-oval. Watch this. Into turn 1. Riding on board with Chris Nail. The field bunching back up progressively here. For stage points, very, very important. Back and forth for the lead again. Lagging back just a little bit as Galen Wunsch in the 23. Is he going to take it 3 wide? He does not. He could have came out of turn 4 and tried it. The opportunity there briefly. 3 laps to go in the stage. 24 on the outside, not getting a lot of help. Galen Wunsch peeks out to the outside again. Almost some contact back here with the 30. Galen Turner, I think that was Ace Dillard in the 37 just behind him that almost had contact there. And we're starting to get a little bit antsy for the lead. 2 to go. On the stage. Now I think we're talking about Dirk Likes. Dirk Likes did not make the grid here tonight as well. Shane, I would like to apologize that I identified the wrong car, but we have a field of 22 cars here tonight. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen. Lap 24. 25 on the stage. You can see the pinch here on the outside. Stewart challenging Dobbs for the lead. Can he get the stage win? Big push here into 3 and 4. A surge out of turn 4. A wiggle there by the 21. Across the line here for Stewart. It's going to be 3rd. White flag in the air for stage number 1. First one of the season. Glued to the back bumper here. Just not enough yet for the 06. The 10's going to join. Jesse Gordon moves up to the outside. But I believe Alan Dobbs has got this one in the books. For stage 1 of season 3, Alan Dobbs is going to get it. Alan Dobbs, it's Bradley Cooper in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy.
Hey, what's up, man?
You get stage number 1 with excellent pushing from Jalen Handcamp. You keep that Budweiser 21 up front. You started on the pole. You led 15 laps. What's in store for us for these remaining 60 laps?
Well, there's still a really long way to go, so it's hard to know. I'm hoping we just kind of ride here for a while, click on some laps. It's getting kind of dark out here, and it doesn't look like the lights are coming on, so I don't know what's going to be happening with that. But, yeah, the ending of this race might be really interesting.
It is getting dark. I do see lights on my side of things, but it doesn't look like the racetrack's very well lit. So it might be a lighting issue there. I know that the iRacing and the recent updates they're changing some of the graphics. So do you think that might be the possibility there?
I couldn't tell you. I know that old Daytona didn't used to have lights that worked. So I assumed that they were updated and fixed, or we wouldn't have been running here at night. But now I'm wondering if maybe they weren't updated. From what I remember, it'll show you the lights. It looks like they're on, but they don't actually illuminate the track.
Well, Alan, I was told you could get around this place with your eyes closed. you're good enough to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 walls on each side, so I mean, one way or another, I could definitely get around here with my eyes closed.
There you go. That's confirmed, and so the myth is definitely true. Alan Dobbs is going to win this race with his eyes closed. We get set for pit stops. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, man.
21 Alan Dobbs going to be your stage winner as we bring it down pit road for the first pit stops of the night. And he's not wrong, though. It does look rather dark out there. As compared to some of the newer tracks, the lighting is not quite the same. It's about the hood cam. Look out the cockpit here. Looks like Jalen Handcamp going to win the battle off pit road. Chris Nail also beats the stage winner out of the pits. Maybe some damage repairs for some of these other drivers as we get set to take it back green. Jalen Handcamp is going to lead him into turn 1 on this next restart. We'll have the second stage of this race here on V-Speed. You're watching the QSR Simulations Chase for the Cup. More coverage will continue right after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Here live from Daytona, season number 3 underway. Jalen Handcamp has taken over the point, but it was Alan Dobbs, your pole sitter, that got the stage win. Number 21 getting set to go back green as we sit under the lights. It's very, very dark here at Daytona. So if you can't see anything, I think we have a little bit of a lighting issue here tonight as we get set to go back green for stage number 2 of the day. Handcamp on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Lap 30. And the light's definitely not working here on the racetrack. You can see them on the cars, but not working on the racetrack. So it's going to be very difficult to see. You can see on board here with the 95 of hand cam. Just kind of guess where the yellow line is. Lights on the pace car work really well. And now we have a camera working with the 13, so we'll go on board here with Brent Allen. Take a look on him. Brent Allen, of course, always using that driver cam through the season. Any fans out there in the chat, almost a big check up there in front of the 13. Had to do a lot of wheel work to avoid that. 37 checks up in front of him of Ace Dillard. Sponsor for tonight's race on the hood of that machine. PDI Motorsports, and it looks like Wunsch is around. Bad touch through the tri-oval, almost hits that inside pit exit into the grass and down the asphalt. Hard contact with the inside wall. Galen Wunsch, heavy damage here on the 23 machine. And look how close it was right there. And a transition to just send that car back towards the inside. Chris Nail is going to take over the point here on the outside line. Getting rather difficult to see here tonight. I've got to ask the question here if this session was tested or not. I mean, we can see the cars just fine, but certain parts of this racetrack are not well lit. And it's made some of these drivers timid as we're right back here in the 15th position. Vaughn, the 43, Viagra machine. There's Ruck Regal. There's Sweeting as well. He's a little bit further back, running by himself. Look how difficult it is just to tell where the line is. Got to know that this is probably interfering with the drivers, their ability to push or find the line. Right on board there with Ryan Philbrick in the 06, sitting back in the 5th position right now. Outside line looks like it prevails there through the entry of one, dropping down and sideways. Jesse Gordon, the 06 is around as well. That'll bring another yellow out here on lap 36. And Philbrick is around. It looks like Brent Allen trying to get that thing back facing the right direction. It is dark out here. And gets into the back of him. Quentin Stewart's around as well. Stewart into the outside wall. And this track is completely dark. Well, we're just kind of guessing. Maybe the pace car should stay out there and shine some light on this racetrack. We're going to pull Chris Nail into the broadcast booth. Chris, I got to ask you, can you see?
I can see now that the pace car is in front of me, but until about 4 or 5 laps ago, I could see the yellow line in the wall. Now I can't see anything at all other than the cars. The cars are lit up. The track is not.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the deal is there with the graphical error, but I gotta ask: is there a chance that we end up ending this session early? It's almost hindering the ability of you guys to get around this place.
Now, as much as I would love to run this race, I would also love for it to end early because I would love a win, first race of the season, get a win. But even if I don't know. I guess we'll see because I can't have a say in that because I'm in the lead. So.
Yeah, it's a weird scenario, but based off of the lighting here and even with the broadcast right now, I'm trying to see where you guys are kind of judging where you're at on the racetrack, and the only judgment you have on the track is the car in front of you being illuminated.
Yeah, and it's once this pace car is not in front of me, there is no way I'll be able to know what I'm doing. Like apparently there's a lucky dog coming around right now. I don't know. I have no idea where he's coming. I guess he's coming high because I can't see anyone.
Well, good luck to you, Chris. I know I know the scenario is a little bit different. This is a very unique situation that we haven't experienced here, and hopefully we can get it shaped up.
I just got word that the race has been called. We're all pulling it to the left here and parking it, so I guess I am the winner.
And that is interesting in itself right there.
Yeah, I guess it was like a rain delay type of situation, I guess, or one of those, but I guess it's nice to get a win. First race here, even though it was kind of under a weird situation.
Well, we will put the banner up. Question mark? Post-race interview? This has been very, very unique here on V-Speed. Nobody can see anything, and I guess based off of the atmospheric pressure, Chris Nail is currently, at the end of this session, going to be your winner. We are 39 laps as we cross the stripe with Jalen Hankamp and Waylon Turner, the top three. But, Chris, I tell you what, you go ahead and prep yourself. We'll make sure that this is factual, and we'll get back with you in just a moment.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I'm at a loss here on V-Speed, so what I'm going to do is take a quick commercial break while I figure things out. You're watching the QSR Simulations Chase for the Cup. We'll be back right after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Back here live from Daytona, and as you can see, the evening sky has got the best of the QSR Simulations Chase for the Cup. The race has been called early at about the halfway point. We got our stage at lap 25, but about lap 29, the sun went down. The lighting here on the iRacing service not working for the final remaining laps, and so we had to call this race early for what would be considered probably a rain-ending race. Final results coming up on your screen. Chris Nail will get the victory with what appears to be, now I want to make sure that this is accurate because we're technically on the hang here, but it looks like Handcamp, Turner, Stewart, and Yates will get a top 5 here. Sensenbaugh will get 6th position. Dobbs, your pole sitter, back to 7th. Jesse Gordon, 8th. Bryson Witherspoon, 9th. And Austin Dowdy will round out the top 10. Christian Ruck-Regal will finish in the 11th spot with Ace Dillard in 12th. Ryan Philbrick, 13th, with Galen Wunsch, 14th. Chuck Sweeting, 15th. Vincent, the name that I can't pronounce, and I'll get back to you on that, 16th. Brent Allen, 17th. Phillips in 18th. McMurtry, 19th. And Joyner rounding out your top 20. 2 more cars with Walker and Cost on the end of this field. Well, it's time for post-race interviews, so I guess this is a good chance to bring up Chris Nail, who is technically your winner. And we will bring Chris Nail up here into the broadcast booth now. Now, I won't have the graphic for you this time, Chris, because my timing screen said you guys did a boo-boo here, and it did not like that the race ended at lap 39, but I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah, I liked it a lot. No, I mean, I wish we could have raced it out. I think me and Waylon were doing a good job around that top lane. He was pushing pretty good, but it's a shame. But at the same time, I'm a happy guy. I'm here for it.
Well, and we had pulled you up into the broadcast booth there just before the race got called, and the elimination of the racetrack. Did anybody know that this was going to be a scenario for tonight?
So in the beginning of the race, the sun started going down, and people were voicing some concerns. But for me, with the sun still being up a little bit, the track was lit up, and everyone could see the lights, and the light on the lights. They just couldn't see the reflections on the track. You could see it on the cars and on your pit box and so on and so forth, but you just couldn't see anything on the track. And now, for me, I can actually see the track and the lights are on all the way around. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it might be different for a lot of people.
Yeah, we've had some updates here on the service here recently, and probably a 5 gig update there just a couple days ago. So I know that things have changed, and iRacing is changing how they render things and trying to make the service better. But the side effects of change, they put you in victory lane. Chris, I know that, this is going to go down as an asterisk in your book because, you're wanting to get a victory just based off speed, but take him however you can get him, right?
I'll take him how I can get him, but at the same time, I wasn't slow here, so especially with the pushes from Waylon, I think hopefully we could have stayed up there at least till we had to get fuel. Then you got to think about getting down, but I think we would have done all right. But a win is a win. Hey, rain could have started. There could have been a tornado. You never know.
And I'll have to ask there, just because my timing and scoring is so broken, it's going to be Jalen Handcamp and Waylon Turner, correct? For the
I
top three?
believe so. Yeah, Waylon was pushing me, and then yeah, it was Jalen. Jalen was behind us.
Well, Chris, we appreciate your time up here in the V Speed booth. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go?
I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Quentin and Ronnie. We were in there talking during the race, trying to figure some things out, tire wise and stuff like that. A lot of people, I guess, might not have taken 2 tires, but I did. It got me some spots, got me up there. So, guess my unofficial teammates for this race.
Chris Nail victorious here today at Daytona, and what would be considered a weather-related shortened race. Thank you for your time, Chris.
Appreciate it, buddy.
That'll bring us to our second place finisher. As soon as I get the confidence to bring up our second place, I'm going to go with Jalen Handcamp. I believe you got second here tonight. I'm not 150% sure, but we're gonna go with you here as we try to fix our overlays. Jalen, what's the deal, man? I mean, yeah, it was a little bit shortened here tonight, but the racing, you were up front for a lot of it.
Yeah, I think that was. I think before it got pitch black and you couldn't see anything. I think the racing was great, anyways. I think it was gonna be. I think we would have gone on a green flag run, and it would have been awesome. But unfortunately, it got too dark to even see the line.
Well, and I can tell that, this is eating away at Quentin Stewart. I still have a live feed here with him, and he puts on a great show, though. So we don't want to take anything away from what QSR has done. This is the start of a third season, correct?
I don't know. I took a break from racing in the league. I don't know how many they've done.
Yeah, this has been a long time here. Third with V Speed, and it could be probably 5 or 6 with you guys collectively, but we put it all together. Maybe some testing errors, maybe some graphical updates that, iRacing made a mistake. Overall, though, you get a top 3 out of it.
Yeah, right place, right time.
Well, Jalen, talk a little bit about how bumpy this racetrack was here tonight.
Oof. I didn't practice at all because super speedway. I kind of figured it wouldn't be that hard. But I mean, I raced for the first few laps. Like I was almost wrecking it off of 4, trying to keep it down. It was bad.
And finally, Jalen, I gotta let you know the roof number is backwards.
Oh, is it backwards?
It is very much
Oh
backwards.
my God, I messed it up. I gotta change that. I thought I got it right.
Well, anybody you would like to shout out while we have you up in the V Speed booth?
I guess a race EPI and best open setups for open races. My teammate Caden, he didn't race today, but I think he was gonna race the rest of the season, so that'll be fun.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next week. We'll try to get things corrected. Maybe we'll put some light bulbs up there.
Yeah.
On the Handcamp, second place here tonight. And finally, that brings us to our third place finisher, Waylon Turner, and the number 30 machine. Waylon, I'm going to try to get these graphics correct. There we go. Do a little click around. Waylon, you were involved in some things at the start of this race. You got the car repaired. You got back into the top 3. A lot of jostling around, but overall, it come down to something that was beyond everyone's control. You get a top 3 out of it.
Yeah, no, definitely not anything anyone could have predicted was going to happen tonight. That's for sure. But I just want to start off by, congratulating QSR and Quentin especially. They run one hell of a show here, and it's just unfortunate that something like this happens. It's out of anyone's control, and man, he's just killing it week in and week out, trying to make sure we all have something we can be proud of at the end of the day. And man, he's just doing a fantastic job, and I want to make sure that no one fails to mention that and to remember that he's just working his butt off every week to make sure we have something to enjoy.
Well, that is absolutely the redemption that I feel you voiced it really well, because we've been here, V-Speed's been here for now 3 seasons, and we can't take away from anything that the league has put on. I know that this will be one of those stressful situations for everyone, but just know that everyone was in the same boat, correct?
For sure, yeah. I wasn't sure exactly what if it was going to happen or not. I noticed that the lights were on, and I could still see the cars, but I don't think anyone expected the track to go completely gray there at the end. I know for me, going back to the incidents I was involved in early, I was just trying to find a way to get back up to the front. So my strategy there was just I took tires on the last incident that I was in. So at the stage caution, I was taking a huge risk, not knowing if the race was going to end early or not. But I took no tires and just took fuel and gained 11 track positions there at the end to start fourth. And from that point on, it was just pushing Chris as hard as I could to try to get up to the front or stay up in the front until a decision was made. And as soon as the track went gray, I think that was that.
Well, Waylon, we got you here. You can give a quick wave to anybody that you got out there that you'd like to thank. And yep, that's a good opportunity. Outside of that, you voiced your opinions, and I think they're pretty fitting with mine and what QSR has done. Is there anybody else that you'd like to shout out or thank?
Of course, I just once again want to shout out QSR and Quentin and the rest of the admin team. They're doing a fantastic job here, and I probably won't be able to run any more Thursday races. I fortunately was able to run tonight because I had surgery on my hernia yesterday, so I'm just glad I was able to come out and do the race tonight. I enjoy racing with QSR. The races are always really good, no matter the circumstances, and finally, I want to thank Premier Racing Setups for having me as a house driver. I love repping them on my car every week and almost every league that I run in. They're a great, phenomenal community, and I definitely wouldn't be the driver I am today without their help and their backing. I'd also like to thank Firelight Esports. That's the team that I race with as well. They're very good community, and there are just amazing people over there. And then lastly, I'd like to thank Poggers Energy Drink for recently coming on as a sponsor for me and affiliation. And lastly, my family who lets me have the time to come out and race every week. So I love you, baby, and I can't wait to meet our child in December.
Congratulations on that as well. It will change your life, I promise you. You have a lot less time. If you didn't get hernias now, wait until that's running around the house.
Oh, for sure. I want to thank you up in the booth as well in V-Speed. You guys run a killer show in every league that I'm a part of. So, yeah, you guys keep doing a phenomenal job.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Waylon Turner, 3rd place here tonight. And we look forward to maybe possibly seeing you in one of these other leagues.
Thank you.
And with that, we have concluded our broadcast here on V-Speed. It was a strange turn of events. Nonetheless, it went on for a solid hour, and we have teed off officially season number 3 of the QSR Simulations Chase for the Cup. If you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know this one's going to have a little sour taste for a lot of people here, but, things beyond our control, and we'll look forward to getting all those technical issues. Hopefully iRacing can cooperate with us. Things beyond your control, well, that's just it. You can't do anything about it. So no sense worrying about it. We'll put this one down as a rain delay, and we'll move on to next week here at QSR. But for everybody at V-Speed that made this possible, Adam Baker in the background doing all the things that he does, We got a lot to talk about when we go to Kansas next week, September 12th. It will be an afternoon race. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about lighting. It will be the realistic weather for 120 laps. Hope you guys can join us there when we come back on V-Speed. Tune in tomorrow night as well at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the Track Champion Series at Kansas. So it's going to be a little bit of back-to-back on the Kansas Speedway. VRX putting on that show. And then Saturday night racing at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. with the Challenger Series and the Cup Series. Until then, this is Bradley Cooper telling you to have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.